name is Milda Tylaite. I'm an assistant professor at the Stockholm School of Economics, also deputy program head for the Masters in Accounting, Evaluation and Financial Management here at the school, one of the several master's programs that we have here. Stockholm School of Economics is the leading Scandinavian business school that offers various types of degrees, so the undergrad, the bachelor degree, master's programs, executive MBA, as well as PhD programs. And we have a mission and a vision about that relates to our role in the society, our responsibility not only to the business but to broader societies as a whole. And as the war broke out in Ukraine, or rather when Russia attacked and invaded Ukraine, we saw that this is something that we have a responsibility towards too, in particular because this is our region, right? So even though sometimes we don't feel that Sweden is close enough to the Eastern Europe, but really when we look at the business ties, when we look at the personal ties, there's a lot going on. So with that context in mind, we of course realized that we have an academic responsibility here. And because of that, we started with tuition waivers to the Ukrainian candidates that are accepted to our master's programs. Last year, we have waived tuitions for our master's programs in accounting, valuation, and financial management. And so these are the students that are now first-year master's students that got these tuition waivers. And this year we have expanded this initiative to all the programs, all the master's programs. So any student, any Ukrainian citizen that is accepted to our master's students will not have to pay tuition. Now, why would they otherwise pay tuition? Well, that's because Ukraine is not yet in the European Union. So where the European Union citizens can study at SSE for free, regardless of the degree that they are working towards, that is not applied to the Ukrainians. And while we wait for Ukraine to join the EU, we just decided to take this initiative ourselves. So as it is the case with these initiatives, information dissemination is quite a challenge, right? Especially when you start something new and under these difficult circumstances. We were not expecting too much, to be honest, but we were very positively surprised. So we had quite a bit of a word of mouth among the students that we knew about, among the faculty members that are from Ukraine or the region. I myself am not Swedish, I'm Lithuanian, so I'm from the affected region, if you will. So there was quite a bit of word of mouth, and then we got quite some very good applications. And we took in the first year, we took in 3 excellent Ukrainian students. So this was, this was the outcome. And this year, we also are seeing now that the word of mouth is spreading. So even though we communicate all these aspects on the school website and in social media, but we realized that how this information spread is actually via personal contact. It is first and foremost our responsibility to work with our mission as we see it. The long-term goals are, first of all, seeing to it that Ukraine is a free and independent state. And even though we cannot and we will not engage in the war efforts directly, we see it as our responsibility to make sure that when the time comes, Ukraine has people that are capable and competent and professional and able to rebuild the country. So this is our position, what we're working towards. And I think that here it is important to give some context on what SSE has done along these lines already many years ago. So when the Soviet Union broke down in early 90s, a lot of countries became independent with zero understanding of how to run an economy. Because what we had then before in the countries like the Baltic states, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, to quite some extent Poland, Ukraine, and a lot of other Eastern European countries that were satellites or simply a part of the Soviet Union, there was just planned economy. There was no market economy. No one knew how to do any of this. No one understood how this works properly. So what Stockholm School of Economics then did is that in the early 90s, they founded Stockholm School of Economics in Riga. And that was some sort of a satellite school, if you will, in Riga, in Latvia, that was founded with the sole purpose of educating the students of the region on how this actually works. How can you run, the country successfully, the businesses successfully? How do you integrate to the global markets, and so on and so forth? And that school is still running, and now it's an independent school. It's not a satellite anymore. And so when with that context in mind, it only makes sense then to actually help out Ukraine when the time comes. And now we're starting just a bit earlier. That's all. When it comes to the specific initiative relating to the Ukrainian students, SSE has this institute that is called SITE, which is Stockholm Institute for Transition Economies. So this is an institute where people are working solely with these transition, so-called economies in the Eastern Europe, collaborate with various partners, both in aid efforts, in development efforts, educational efforts, and so on and so forth. And so we have that institute, and it is also now very much engaged into this initiative for obvious reasons, right? This is strongly related to what they do. And so we also encourage our new students, if they feel like it, if they feel that this is something that they want to do, to also join that institute, even though informally, but create those contacts and see how that institute can also help them in developing further in whatever ways they want to. If potential students are interested in this, well, they can contact me. They can find me online and contact me via LinkedIn or email or by other means. There is information provided on the school portal as well. When it comes to the applications, this year the applications to the master programs have already closed, but we fully intend to continue with this initiative next year as well. And if that is the case, then the students, the Ukrainian applicants that are interested in our school, simply need to apply following the standard process, and then in the process at some point they will ask what kind of citizenship they have. They will tell us that they are Ukrainian, and that's the only thing that we need to know, right? So there are no additional steps, there are no additional thresholds. Having said that, I understand that for many this might be new, or they might want to understand a little bit better of what the rules are. For the students that apply from abroad, we typically ask for a GMAT test. Some might have trouble delivering on that for, maybe their current location or financial aspects of that. If that is the case, we have tools to deal with that. But if the students feel that they need a little bit of an assistance with the application process, then the first step is to contact either me or the admissions team at the Stockholm School of Economics, and we help out with everything that we can in those cases.